So the PK Mentoring program is a 12-month program split down into quarters, and together we're going to unlock the possibility and explore where you want to go in 2019. Why not invest in yourself this year? Put yourself at the centre of your world and actually take the chance and give yourself permission to explore something new. Together as a group, we will look through how to unlock success in yourself through building on foundations, looking at some growth, looking then at progress, and finally in the last quarter looking at elite performance. So together we'll start looking at a self-reflection, look at the journey that you've been on already in life and how that's going to unlock success for you in the future. And I think the benefit of doing that as a group is that not only will you have a growth mindset yourself, but you'll be able to learn from others and we'll be able to play in a very safe environment. Why not come to PK Mentoring this year? I'm an award-winning CFO. I've walked this journey myself and I really want to help others become more successful in 2019. So quarter one of the mentoring program really looks to setting the right foundations. Together we'll start exploring where it is that you've come from, what life's lessons have been for you. Lots of people say to me, I've got nothing to say. I don't know what my value is. I don't know how to express myself to others. And it's quite a common problem for us. And I think if I'm honest with myself, that's how I felt probably 10 years ago. And how we get over that is by a self-discovery session where we look back over the 5 largest lessons in our life, and most of them will probably be real challenges, real struggle moments, because that's where we really get our growth. And so we'll explore together what some of those struggles might have been for you, and that will really help you think about what it is you've learned in life and how you're going to use that learning into building a successful platform for you. We've got lots of opportunities to do that. Once we've started looking at that self-discovery, we'll start thinking about unlocking our potential and setting the right foundations. And I use a 1-page analogy for this, and I like to call it your motherhood statement. So it's a bit like having a strategy, having a vision for a business, an organisation that we work in, but actually doing it for yourself. So what is your vision statement? What's your motherhood statement? And that is how the world sees you. So again, if you're not sure about this yet, not to worry, because we're going to explore that together and we'll work that out as we go in each of our sessions. So the first quarter, the first 3 sessions together is all about building foundations, and we know that that's really important to get that right so that we can then build upon that as a solid growth platform. So in quarter 2, we're going to start looking at progress. Quarter 1 was about building the foundations, and quarter 2 is how do we build from here. It's around self-belief and self-worth, and a couple of models there around how do you invest in yourself. Thinking about what your non-negotiables are when you think about believing in yourself. What do you know to be true? What have you got to gain in this program and what have you got to lose? So we'll walk through these models together and think about what you've got to gain, because that's what's important to us really. But what do we know to be true? And I know in my background, when I first did my accounting degree and qualified as a professional accountant, I had a very tangible feeling that I could do anything that I wanted to. If I had a plan, I had an action and I had goals, I know that I can do anything I want. And that's powerful, right? So who doesn't want that? But you think about your self-worth and you think about how others see you, and we'll go through another model that talks to you about whether you're being invisible or whether you're emerging or whether you're in hiding. And it takes us through to being in demand. And let's face it, who doesn't want to be in demand? So together, during our courses, we will actually explore those models very carefully and as a group. So not only do we have our own growth mindset, but we've got that of the group and we can share examples in a very safe environment. So quarter 3 is around growth. We're really starting to get some traction together. It's taken us 6 months to get here, but we know that we've really started to see how we've changed. And I've done this through other clients that I've been mentoring before. People can really see a shift in themselves. We look now at what our networks are, the people that we're surrounding ourselves with. Have a think about who's in your toolbox, who's helping you succeed. and perhaps there's people that you're surrounding yourself with that are holding you back from succeeding. So we'll have a look at that, and I'll show you some techniques about how to network with people and how to ask people for help, because often it's just actually framing up the question in the right way and you can get some really good quality advice from others. And maybe that growth piece is around what you've actually been able to achieve in your environment, in your work, in your organisation. Maybe you've done a keynote presentation to a group of people in your team or outside of your team, and you've had some good feedback. So you'll really start seeing some evidence of the work that we're doing together by the end of quarter 3. In the quarter 4, we'll start looking at self-mastery and what we've actually been able to achieve in our time together. We'll look at our self-brand as well, and that's really powerful, again, as to how the outside world is seeing us, because we all have a personal brand, so why not make yours a good one? So the elite piece at the end of our time together will really start to hone in on those super skills that actually stand you apart from others. So where you might have come into the program thinking, I've got nothing to say, you'll leave after 12 months knowing what your value statement is, what your motherhood statement is, what you're here to achieve in 2019. And you will really start to see a shift in momentum through the great work that we will do together.